It's time to lock in and win with Emperor Might, the latest Beyblade X release that has powerful defense potential with some weakness to it. In this video, we'll be exploring the best possible combination to use with Emperor Might and strategy in order for you to win. So if you like bays that spin, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts. And as well, make sure to check out Mall of Bays. We import from Japan and we are Canadian based. We have a big import of the new BX46 Infinity Stadium, and it is an optional way to support the channel. I appreciate any and all support regardless. So getting into this video, let's go over what parts I picked for this video and why. So what's really unique about the CX11 Emperor Metal Lock chip is that compared to Valkyrie, it is not as heavy, but it's still pretty close in weight, and also it's less raised compared to Valkyrie. So that means when you're creating combinations, you won't nearly wobble as much because you won't have such top heavy weight distribution. Now following this, you're going to be using the Might's main blade. Now I've tried this for stamina and attack, but I just honestly prefer it for defense. The design has a clear imbalance in it. And I also just thought, we have the wheel assist blade right here. What's good about wheels that's very thick and heavy, and also since most of the contact's going to be made on that wheel, it's going to basically be sponging out attacks. And leading into this, it's our ratchet choice. Now, we actually do have two choices of 060 and 760. Now, 060 is pretty thick, but I do think has some pretty good stamina. I just come with the risk of potentially bursting, scraping the rail, and skipping movement because of how low it hangs. Well, 760, I guess maybe has less stamina than 060. That would pretty much be the big difference there. Otherwise, it's just going to be fun to compare them. So while I am leaning towards 760, I think what's going to be interesting is we'll both try it against an opponent and see which one actually works out better. Lastly, I'll just be using the Hex a bit. I just feel it has good enough stamina to work, and it's kind of just like this balance bit that's been used for defense in our meta for the longest time. Now, of course, there were other avenues we could have done in this video, like now I'll mention why didn't I do kick? Why didn't I do taper? Or even level. I think these are fine in an attack versus an attack matchup, and you could probably find some simple success with them. I also thought about maybe using Rubber XL, but the thing with Rubber XL, and the reason why I didn't actually use it for this video, is that, well, yes, Rubber XL, when it's worn, does have some pretty good defensive properties, and probably would yield us far better results than what we are currently seeing. Due to the fact that Rubber XL requires you to wear it to a certain state, it kind of makes me not really want to feature it in the video, because the legality of it is like, well, you know, it's probably not going to be legal if you were to have it like that, so I guess never mind. So for our first opponent of Hover Wyvern on 960 kit, it's one of our best opponents to test the custom line against, since Hover Wyvern destroys and destabilizes the custom line. It just makes them fall over so easily, so whichever one has the most amount of success will keep for the rest of the video to battle against that shark scale on 170 low rush. Don't hit. Don't hit. Dude, I get an extreme. Jump it. Fuck. Jump it. Jump it. Alright, now let's use the power of wheel deflect. Jump it. Oh no, I think I did a flat launch. Wait. Jump it. Yeah! Shit, I gotta do that more often. Yo! Bro, you see that? It was crip. Ooh, this might be a big one for Hover. Jump it. So, I mean, the results that occurred, we did see some pretty decent success, I would say, overall. Against Hover Wyvern, there were some pretty nasty bursts, but we did overall get some pretty good outspins. While we did also lose sometimes by outspins, we're at least leading decently against it. So, I do want to now compare this to moving on to the 760 Ratchet and seeing how this combo differs in performance. 760 was hard to stabilize, and oh! Extreme. I swear to fuck. I believe in him! So as we go into the actual battles with Hover Wyvern using the 760 ratchet, a big thing that I noticed is that I actually got a lot more outspins. While I did definitely screw up here getting KO'd quite a bit, I do think that at least if our goal is to outspin the opponent, we did pretty good. But I mean, overall, you know, the results aren't really that good for 760. I would actually say, considering if you compare both of them right now, 060 is better because it actually has leading points for it. However, the big fuck up with 060 is those low hanging contact points, because when I tried this out against Shark Scale, I realized like, hey wait, Shark Scale, right, on the 170 low rush combination, either way, this is a low placed attacker. It is going to probably not even just stabilize but burst it quite a bit. Yeah, it will consistently make contact with that 060, either forcing it to skip around on the rails or potentially burst it. So that's when I kind of just decided, well, I don't think I could use 060 for the rest of this video, just because I feel it's a big risk against Shark Scale, and I'd rather at least have it be somewhat close. So we'll have this battle against Shark Scale on 170 low rush. It's a good attacker, good destabilizer. Will it defeat the 760 Hexa? Well, we'll find out. Well, there was contact. Still contact. Alright. Unfortunately. No! Kinda hoping here that Shark does not hit me at a flat angle, because I will get pocketed. Come on. I knew it was gonna come out last second. I knew it couldn't be perfect. So similar in the Hover Wyvern matchup, this build did accomplish its goal where it could consistently outspin the Shark Scale build. I mean, after all, we're using Hexa for defense. Where we did screw up big time was getting KO'd quite a bit, or even extremed. I mean, overall, when you look at the win rate percentage, it's not really like super crazy when you see the fact that it hasn't really won overall consistently. And I think the big issue in general with this build, and the big fatal flaw and weakness, is that this build will be a skill check for your opponent and really yourself. If this build can get in front of its opponent and do well to stop the attacker's momentum, you should be able to not only outspin your opponent, but potentially KO them. However, the issue is you have to try to avoid being at a flat angle when this build is being used, so obviously I would say try to tilt a bit, you know, maybe like a little bit of a deep tilt just to avoid not only getting KO'd, but also you might be able to kind of press onto the wheel and kind of force the bait to move around and hopefully either outspin them or get lucky and KO them. I think overall, does this prove the defense is pretty good for the custom line and prove to be pretty consistent? I think it's pretty much average, and I think depending who you actually face, you'll either have pretty good success or you'll get red and lose by quite a bit. I don't think defense is super crazy right now, and Beyblade X is pretty much a common trend, but I do think this is at least consistent enough where I could probably run it in an event and not worry too much. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you like this build? Do you not like this build? What do you like to use for Beyblade X defense? Please let me know in the comment section below. That's pretty much going to be it for now, so I want to say thank you all for watching and take care and bye.